Hello, everybody. I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 6th of March 2024. Now, I want to speak about this individual by the name of Eli Schaefer or Eli Chafup, whatever the hell his name is. He does a podcast, and he felt like it was his moment to shine and to show up and show out. So he decided to go in on Haille Bailey, singer and actress Haille Bailey, who played the Little Mermaid. She's also the sister of singer and performer Chloe Bailey, who were both discovered by Beyonce. So he decided that he wanted his day in court. So he went in on Twitter and decided to upload a photo of her and saying that when did Hollywood decided to cast ugly people and all of that, referring to Hailey as ugly. And he put up I think a photo of E.T., who was this extraterrestrial individual or character that was in a movie. So he decided to upload a photo. He decided to go in on her, calling her ugly and all of that. Now, you know, these incels, once again, they'll target women they think are reachable, approachable, people who won't come out to defend them. And in this case, it's a black girl, a beautiful black girl. Now, you know, black women have been the butt of jokes. Men have decided to go in on black women and target them, target their features, how they decide to carry themselves. And so they label them, they measure black women when it comes to non-black women, white women all over the world. They measure black women and put them at the bottom of the totem pole. So he figured that it was a moment to feel froggy and jump and say something insulting to a black woman because nobody was going to come out, in particular black men, and come out to defend Hailey. Now, wrong move. The father of her child, I think, decided, DDG, is a rapper by the name of DDG. So he decided to go in on Eli because he recently lost his mother, and he quoted that, you know, your whatever mama, dead ass mama, you know, is ugly. And, you know, that bitch should have found a better doctor to go to. And he re-uploaded what DDG said and was saying that, you know, he wasn't being racist. He was only speaking on her features, and because she has wide apart eyes, so he was speaking about her feature and was saying that it's ugly. So he doesn't know why he's being called racist and whatever. Now, so many black men have decided to give him the full onslaught of insult, and they come at him, and it was from one insult to the other, and saying that, you know, your mother, you should be talking about anybody being ugly when your mother is ugly herself, and all of that, the good that she died, this and that, and all of that. And you know me, I don't speak ill of the dead like that. However, he caused that on himself. He decided that it was his day in court and he wanted his full day, so he wanted to go in on Hailey. Didn't I speak about incels? I spoke about incels 24 hours ago. And here lies an individual who decided that he's going to go in on a female and, you know, unprovoked. Hailey is so unproblematic. She's not the type to be in any form of drama or toxic dilemma on social media. And here lies this individual who just decided that, listen, I'm going to upload a photo of her and go in on her. No, I decided to do some research, some little digging, some little scratching here and there. And I started looking at people who have wide apart eyes, who are in the industry. They're in the modeling industry and in the acting world, also in Hollywood. And here lies a few photos. And I look at these persons and they have wide apart eyes. And I'm saying that, you know, I'm questioning whether or not he would consider these females ugly. Whether or not he would have uploaded a photo of them and called them ugly. You know good and damn well that he wouldn't. Good and damn well you would not. Because what? They look more like you. They're from your breed. No, a guy who looks like an incel, you know, looks like a premium reject, someone the average woman would not take serious. You get sunburned just like a pig. You are in no position to speak about anybody and calling people ugly. And might I add, you picked the wrong person too, because Hailey is not ugly. She's anything but ugly. She is a beautiful girl. She's unproblematic. She is sweet at heart, based on the things that I have heard about her and based on the things that have been reported about her and I've seen for myself. She would deem a very beautiful beautiful girl inside and out. No, you just had a racist moment and you don't want to admit it. So you believe hiding behind the fact that you want to say that she's ugly, you would have gotten away with what you were trying to imply. And it went left instead of going right. You understand? And so people decided that they were going to attack your ass and give it to you. You understand? I hope this time you think again. They decide to go in on your mother, who is not cute. She's ugly. She's unattractive. That's why she was going to the doctor and all of that to nip and tuck all these places on her body parts because she ain't cute. And because of such, you understand, she died. That's what you should be mourning, the loss of your mother, instead of deciding to going in on other people out there who are living happy, who are doing way better than you and your mother. You are a damn reject. That's what you are, and you cannot handle it. And you decide to go in on females because you want to feel boosted. And that's what you low-life degenerate decides to do. You understand me? I don't even know which breed of primate you're from. You're coming on the internet, decided to insult a beautiful, young, black, sweet girl who has done absolutely nothing to anyone on social media. You're very disgusting. Now, moving on to something else. Dancehall artist Rajah Wild. Now, recently, Rajah Wild had done a show. I think it was for US students and stuff like that. And he was there. And persons have been complaining that he was sprinkling some sort of powder or paraphernalia in the crowd. And he was working witchcraft on them because, you know, this is what he sings about. This is what he records. And so everybody's complaining. A lot of people are uncomfortable and saying that they came to watch him perform. They didn't came to see or to be a part of his witchcraft or his ritual or anything that he's doing to pivot his career or to parachute it, to move it from point A to point B. They don't want to be the sacrificial lamb. That's not what they pay for and stuff like that. But you know me, SS Devil Advocate. I am going to pick out what's in plain sight. Now, we all know the lyrical content of Rajah Wild. We all heard it. You guys who went there heard it. This guy sing about urinating in people's mouth and all of that and come through your nose and all these kind of things. He has said it in his videos, in his songs, He has said it. That's what his musical content is about. How many persons have called him out and saying that he should clean up his lyrics? How many persons have called him out? How many? The consumers are just as bad. The receiver is just as bad as the rogue. You guys are the one who are consuming it. You guys are purchasing it. You guys are supporting this. And because you decide to do so, you can't come crying right now because nobody's going to take you serious. You choose to go there to support that particular artist who says these kind of things in his song. He's degrading women. He's done performing witchcraft, saying all of these kind of things, these really deep, dark things. And you guys went out there to support him. So you kind of get what you paid for. You get what you paid for. You understand? And when I look at this particular scenario, I remember there was a punk rock artist by the name of Gigi Allen, right? Yeah, Caucasian white, crazy as ever. And Gigi Allen was very corpophilic. So for those who know what being a corpophilia is, or a person who is a corpophilia, you know where I'm going. Now, what this guy would usually do is take a lot of laxative. And when he takes a lot of laxative, he will go on stage to perform. And when he goes on stage to perform, he would defecate on stage and start throwing it in the crowd. So when he started throwing it in the crowd, it would cause an outrage. People who go, and it was more than one performance, more than one venue. He went doing these kind of things. So he was known for it. But here's the difference. With Gigi Allen, the supporters of this guy were mainly people who take hard drugs, people with substance abuse problem, people who are like that. So when they go to his concert, they would expect whatever because they know what his content was about. They know what his performance were about. And so they go there expecting all this foolishness. A fight could easily break out. Riot could easily ensue. And it was all about that. That was what it was all about for him. He passed away. Eventually he died. I think it was from drug overdose or accidental overdose, something like that. Because, he was a junkie himself. So when he passed away, they had to remove the tombstone, the headstone from his graveside. Because what? People were going there to pay homage. And how were they paying homage? By defecating on the gravestones. And so the church couldn't have it anymore. So they decided to remove the headstone. Now I say that to say this in the Rajah Wild situation. Persons who support artists like that are usually usually people who are known to take drugs, people who know to have substance abuse problem. So if you're going to listen those kind of lyrical content and allow it to register in your head to the point where you're going to pay money to see these artists in concert, something is wrong with you. Something is clearly wrong with you. At least in Gigi Allen case, we could tell that the audience were mainly people who were on drugs, people who had problems and real life situations. What's the excuse in Rajah Wild? Why you guys choose to support him? You understand? The lyrical content of this guy is extremely dangerous, and it's dark, and it's sending a message wherein other persons, other men who are already weak in this society will feel froggy to want to urinate on a woman, to want to possibly defecate. And if it continue, I swear to you, in the future, you will have a show where artists gonna come with what? Human excrement, and they are going to have a field day with a lot of you people who decide to continue to support these type of artists. And I'm not saying that he's bad, he's very talented. I'm not sure why he decided to go into female degradation, why he decided to go into witchcraft. I know it's a shock value and stuff like that, and people will support it. However, you have to steer your audience. You have to steer your fans. You can't allow the fans to steer you because you want a legacy. You want a legacy. Now, imagine 20 years later, Rajah Wild, performing, and that's what he's going to say on stage. Piss in your mouth and come through your nose. That's what you're going to say on stage 20 years later when you have grandchildren and all of that. That's what you're going to go on stage to perform. You understand me? There's a certain amount of guilt that you're going to have, so you're not going to feel comfortable going on stage and performing these kind of songs. So people, you have a responsibility as a consumer. You have a responsibility as an audience. You decide to support these artists. You decide to support whatever it is that they're saying in their music. You decide to go to their show. If you go there, you're gonna have to expect the unexpected, because that's what he sings about. So he sings about witchcraft and he decides to sprinkle it in the crowd. You get what you paid for. That's all I'm saying. You get what you paid for. It's like a guy who picked from a prostitute for his wife, and then he's complaining that she's sleeping around with the neighbor, this, that, and third. You get the woman you pick. It's the same thing with the artist. You get what you paid for. You paid to see this artist who goes in and speak all these nasty things, these degrading things. You understand? A lot of things that are sounds like he's dysfunctional, or he's, probably have substance abuse problem himself. You decide to support the artist. Supporting the artist, this is what it results to. You kind of have to handle it as it comes. That's all I have to say about it. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.